Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing the Playful Heart Tarot by Kitten Chops. So the box is beautiful. I love the box. There's all kinds of shiny gold details on there. And before I get into the deck, I want to show you a couple of the stickers that this deck came with that I think are so cute. So there's this one that says, "Cuteness is my sacred space." I might put this on my laptop. Here's another Playful Heart Tarot sticker. And then this one says, "Your work is the love the world needs." So the Playful Heart Tarot comes with a guidebook, and the guidebook is really lovely and has descriptions of all the cards, has a little bit of info at the beginning about doing a reading, and at the back it talks about the 4 extra cards that are in this deck. All right, so let's dive in and take a look at this deck. So I've had this deck for maybe a couple of weeks now, so I've had the opportunity to do quite a few readings with it, just for myself, and I have to say I really like how this deck reads. I've been having fun with it. So this is what the card backs look like, and for some reason the card backs are always really important to me, and I really like these ones. They're colorful, they're upbeat, they're beautiful, so I like it. The card stock is very slippery. I can feel the cards kind of sliding around, but the card stock is good quality. They're fairly thick, and it's hard to describe the finish. It's definitely not a matte finish, but it's not really a gloss either. And the cards have a kind of, almost like kind of a fabric-like texture to them when you drag your fingernail across. So I like the card stock. The card size is quite big. Like I have a hard time getting my whole hand around it. They're quite long. Okay, so let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly go through this deck and just share with you my first thoughts and my observations on this deck. So right away, and you can see as I'm like fanning all the cards out, this is a really bright, colorful deck, and it's actually it's a very happy deck. It's very uplifting, and I feel like in the past, I've been drawn to oracle decks for moments when I've been like feeling down, or, you know, if I just don't want kind of the harsh truth from a tarot reading, I want something kind of gentle and uplifting. And so, you know, during those times, I'll sometimes reach for an oracle card deck. But this deck is perfect for doing readings when, this is one of the extra cards. You are free. It's really beautiful. So as you can see, these cards have, you know, they're very colorful, they're upbeat, but there is this really beautiful, playful energy to the cards. And they're cute. Like, this is a really cute deck. And the first time I went through this deck, I just felt so happy looking at the cards, and like so many of the cards made me laugh and like made me smile. But the cards are also fairly deep, and we'll get into it. I'll show you some of the cards. I really love how she's portrayed them. See, this is a perfect example. Here's the High Priestess, and she's diving down deep into the depths for buried treasure. And I love that. And I would say the court cards are really nice in this deck. The court cards, each court card really exudes personality, like a distinct personality, which is what you want from the court cards. And I'll mention now, if you're interested in finding out more about this deck or purchasing this deck, I'll put the links just in the description box below this video. I love this one, Judgment, the cats jumping out of tulips. It's beautiful. And here's another one of those extra cards. This is definitely one of the more unique decks that I have. And it just has such a distinct feel, such a distinct energy to it. And it's one of those decks that I really resonated with it right away. And there's a few decks like that where I'll see them and I'll think, oh, I want to save this deck for myself, for doing, readings on myself. And so I've used this deck over the past week quite a few times, and I've used it for a lot of, 1 card, 2 card, 3 card readings where I've really just sat with the cards for a long time and journaled about them. And I've come to some really interesting insights through working with this deck. And I'm always left in a better mood than I was before when I play with these cards. And what I love about them is the playful energy, because I'm always advocating playfulness in your tarot practice, because I think that we can take tarot too seriously sometimes. And when we take it too seriously, I think that eliminates the fun. And I always feel like tarot should be this like playful exploration, like exploring and playing with the cards and exploring ourselves and just taking kind of like a fun, free, experimental approach. And so that's what I love about this deck, is it really advocates that. I love this card, 2 of Cups. I'm actually just going to put part of the deck down because it's hurting my wrist to hold them all up like that. I didn't know my wrists were so weak. And see, like, these cards are so, like, they're cute and they're colorful and everything, but they're also deep. Like, there's a lot to ponder here. There's a lot to contemplate. And that's what I love about this deck, is that it's not like, because I have a lot of oracle decks that are just really, like, happy, sunshiny, but they're not very deep. But this deck is deep, which I love. And this is another extra card. This one says yes. I love this one. The 4 of Swords. So it shows a guy and looks like he's resting or taking a nap, taking a break, and his plane is refueling. I think that's just a really creative interpretation of this card. This one's so beautiful. I'll actually read you the philosophy kind of behind this deck. So this was on the back of one of the cards. And it says, cuteness is a direct way to the divine, to spirit. We all love cuteness while we are young and curious, but then most of us tend to leave our enthusiasm for it behind. But young or not so young, cuteness is a powerful remedy and a sure way to bliss. Seeing something cute is instantly heart-melting and heart-opening. If you practice extending the time you spend in that open-hearted feeling place, magic can happen, and the Playful Heart Tarot can help. I love that. And if you want to see this deck in action, actually at the end of this, towards the end of this video, I'll draw a couple cards for us so you can see the deck in action. But I was going to say, if you want to see this deck in action, I'm going to use it in my weekly reading this week. And I love, love, love the 3 of Pentacles. I just think that's so cute. See, here's the Queen of Swords. And as you can see, each court card really has a distinct personality. Like, I look at this woman and I can think of so many people like her that I know. And that's important because I think in some decks, when all the court cards look really similar, it's hard to differentiate them and to really relate to them. But in this deck, I find it easy. This is super cute. I love it. The World. Ah, the Hermit. The Hermit's one of those cards that it's one of my favorite cards in the deck, and so I always like to look and see how it's been depicted when I get a new tarot deck. And I really approve of how it's been depicted here. I think it's cute. The Queen of Wands. I love this one. She's nude sunbathing. She's reading, you won't be able to tell probably in this video, but she's reading a book about tarot. And she has her kitten right next to her. I feel like this is me. I like doing all of those things. I like cats, books, and nude sunbathing. All right, so we're back where we started. Okay, so now I'm gonna play with this deck and do a little reading for us. So I find when I shuffle them, I can't shuffle them the usual way because my hands are too small for the length of the cards, so I shuffle them sideways. So I'm gonna draw, let's see, I guess I'll draw a couple of cards. Or should actually no, I'm feeling drawn to draw one card. So I'm gonna draw one card. And my intention is that whoever is watching this video, whoever is drawn to watch this video, that this card will apply to your life in some way right now. There's gonna be some divine message in this card. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so we got the Four of Wands. And I'm glad it's a really, well, most of the cards are cheery and happy, but this one's super cheery and happy. Okay, so the Four of Wands. Ah, I love it. Everyone is celebrating in this card. And the Four of Wands is about celebration. It's also about the comforts of home and creating a sense of community and connection and stability, and being able to share in that with others. So it's about connecting either with family, with friends, but ultimately it's about creating community and creating connections. And so the message I'm getting is that if you feel like this is lacking in your life, if you feel like your life is lacking connection or a sense of community, the challenge of this card is to go out and create it. So start creating what you need in your life rather than waiting for it to show up or, searching for it. This is about starting to create a sense of community and a sense of connection. This card is also about celebration and celebrating day-to-day life. You don't have to wait for a birthday or a wedding or Christmas or whatever to celebrate something. You can just celebrate something kind of mundane and just, celebrate for the sake of celebrating. So that's the other message I'm getting with this card. And a third message I'm getting is to make time to dance this week. Just, if you're home alone, just like crank your favorite music and just let yourself go. And if you're not home alone, see if you can rope your family into dancing with you or your roommates or whatever, or your significant other. But just there's just something that happens when you dance. It helps you move energy. It helps you move stagnant energy, and it helps you open yourself to more joy. It helps you cultivate that energy of joy in your life when you dance. So definitely make time to dance this week. All right, so that is my review of the Playful Heart Tarot by Kitten Chops. And again, I'm going to put the links to where you can find out more about this deck, where you can purchase in the description box below this video. So if you enjoyed this review, please feel free to like, feel free to comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more deck reviews in the future. And you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com, for more reviews, for how to read tarot videos, and much more. So thank you so much for watching.